All right, I'm on hole number 7 of the Safari Sunrise Tournament, Wednesday's qualifying round in the Rookie Division. Playing in my 77 account, playing in my Rookie Expert account, against a bunch of experts. So everybody's got the same stuff. So if you look at my clubs and you go, wow, dude, you're playing a Rookie with that? Everybody in my bracket's got the same exact stuff. Who I play out on the field may be a little different, but the people that are in my bracket, if you've worked yourself up to an expert rating because the community said, hey, man, you need to go up here and get to an expert divisional ranking and you get expert 2 or higher, you will forever in that account get matched up against other experts. So I highly recommend that you slow play your account. And if you're brand new and you're just starting, there's no rush to get to the top. Okay, take your time. Pick a tour, get into Tour 4. You can play friendlies in Tour 4 and play in there until you get your clubs up. And then once you get your clubs up, especially once you get some commons maxed out, because now you can participate in the club card trading, and it's super easy if you're playing all the time. You get some commons maxed out in Tour 4. It takes about 2 or 3 months, and you can start getting a few of your commons maxed out, and then you can start participating in that and go very slowly up so that you can learn how to play the game. So if you rush up and you go up to an expert or a master's rating, and then you go, hey, I'm going to play in Ricky tournaments because I got awesome clubs. Well, guess what? You're going to be playing against other people that have awesome clubs. That's how it works. I'm hitting the front. All right. I'm okay. All right. I tried in the practice round several shots here. Tried up here, 50% wind adjustment, 50. And I'm not sure that it might not be more. It might be more. It might be 50 plus because I've hit a couple perfects in here that I felt like I made a pretty good wind adjustment and I was off. Like I didn't make a big enough wind adjustment. I tried a rough bump from down here, but it's hard to get around to the cup. You end up coming in high and it'll float back down to the cup, and it's not a bad shot. It works best with a Goliath because nothing else has enough topspin to really get you around there. A Saturn you can get pretty dang close, but even with the Goliath, it was still tough. You can also come forward. You can also come forward up here with a Guardian, Quasar, max backspin, side spin, curl, and just bring it around to the cup. Get your birdie and move on. Move along, little doggy. There is, I'll tell you one of the scariest shots out there is there is a rough bump that you can do right here. And I believe I was doing a 20% wind adjustment when I did this rough bump. And you can do this rough bump, and it'll take days off your life. It's scary, but there is a viable rough bump that we could do here, and it is narrow. I don't think that the wind in this tournament is blowing conducive for this rough bump. Like really, if I wanted to do that rough bump, I'd want the wind blowing in this plane. So it could either be a headwind blowing in this plane or a tailwind blowing in this plane. So if I make an adjustment to the left or the right and I miss it to the left or the right, it goes to the left or the right and it's still in the rough. But I think the wind is blowing such that if we make a bad wind adjustment, we're either going to end up in the sand or end up in the fairway. And that is no bueno. That's a technical term. Industry jargon. That's golf class jargon right there. I'm doing the bounce over. Call me crazy. I'm doing the bounce over. And what did I pick for a ball? I'm taking a Quasar. I'm taking a Quasar. I can't even remember what ball I'm taking. I've taken this shot several times with several different balls, and I can't remember. You don't really need anything on it. I'm gonna take a navigator and see if a nav is enough. If a nav isn't, I'll switch to whatever ball is appropriate. I'll just go up the scale. Anything in that bag will work. I want to be at max club. That's the key. I'm not sure if that's. I think I am going to be at max club. We'll see. We'll see. What's up, Carol? We need more women playing this game. If you got women in your clan, be nice to them. We want them to come out there and just beat the snot out of some of these boys. Hitting it great to the left. And that is, what was that term? What was that term I said earlier? No bueno. That's right. You better hope I hit a hole in one here, bro. Hey, where the heck is my red line? I'm right at my red line. Probably could take a 0 power ball. I'm going to be 3 rings off of that. Yeah, I'm going to be 4. I have to do less movement on it. It's 2.5, 2.5. It's going to be 3.8 rings. And it's so far down that hill, it's hard to make great wind adjustments. Hitting it perfect. And that was about a 4 ring pull, so I actually over pulled that just a titch. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there in the hole. Good game. I saved them. 2 hole-in-ones on that hole in the same week, and I don't think I've ever hit one on that before, but I only played in these holes one other tournament. We played them in the practice round before that tournament, and then I think they were out for a week, and then this tournament. So I've only played those holes limited times, and got my first hole-in-ones on it this week, and that was doing a 50% wind adjustment, and so really it was 3.75. Let me do the math here. 1.6 times 2.5. That would have been a 60% wind adjustment because I moved at 4 rings instead of 3.8, 3.7. So I did a 60% wind adjustment there because it was easier to figure out 4 rings than it was at that distance to try and figure out something else. So I'm going to write plus 60%. And I did hit 2 other perfects in here, and it looked like I didn't pull it enough. So I'm going to do a 60% wind adjustment on that hole. You heard it here. I'm crazy, but that's the deal. All right, that was hole number 7 of the Safari Sunrise Tournament and Wednesday's qualifying round in the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.